Oh, hey, just watching a movie. About a month ago, I asked you guys for your questions about lines in movies and TV shows. And boy did you deliver with a lot of interesting ones. So, let's get started. You're tearing me apart, Lisa, trong phim The Room.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Không hiểu có gì hay mà nhiều người bàn tán về câu này thế. Yeah, there's nothing good about it. People love the line because it's bad. The words themselves are kind of funny, and his ridiculous overacting is even funnier. The Room is a great example of what native speakers often call so bad it's good. Đang giải thích giúp mình câu easy peasy Japanesey trong The Shawshank Redemption.
Easy peasy Japanesey.
Nó có phải đơn giản như nhạc đàn không? Well, not really. The peasy and Japanesey parts don't mean anything. They just rhyme with easy. Ordinarily, people will just say easy peasy, and that means very easy. Tại sao Joker trong The Dark Knight, trong đoạn nói chuyện với Gamble lúc sắp giết hắn, lại sử dụng những thể hiện tại đơn kể chuyện trong quá khứ?
He goes off crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife. He doesn't like that.
Good question. I actually talked about this in a very old video of mine. Native speakers will sometimes tell a story in the present tense as a way of sort of making the story more intense, like they're reliving it as they're telling the story. So if you want a real-life example of that, you can watch this old video. The Avengers 2012. Jarvis, anh biết câu chuyện của Jonah chứ?
Jarvis, you ever hear the tale of Jonah?
Jonah is a character from the Hebrew Bible, and he's most famous for having been swallowed whole by a whale. So Tony is saying that he and Jarvis are about to do the same thing, be swallowed whole by a whale-like creature. The Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. Khúc đầu tiên đang chiến đấu độc nhập, căn cứ cái Captain nói câu là
Language.
bị mấy người kia chọc, mong thầy giải đáp. Well, right before Cap said language, Tony said
Shit! Language.
So Cap is saying like, watch your language, meaning don't say bad words. And this is something that mothers and grandmothers often say to kids. Man, this game sucks. Language? So that's why everyone else laughs at it. Trong phim Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, Tony có nói, it was all very Ahab.
He was talking about finding something new, a game changer. It was all very Ahab.
Trong phim dịch là, nghe cứ ngu ngu. Cho em hỏi Ahab nghĩa là gì ạ? Yeah, this is a case of the subtitles really getting it wrong. Nghe cứ ngu ngu, no. Ahab is referring to Captain Ahab, one of the most famous characters in American literature. He appears in the novel Moby Dick, and he's on an obsessive quest to find and kill a whale that attacked him and bit off his leg many years before. So, if you say that someone is like Ahab, it means that person is obsessive and maniacal. So that's what Tony is saying about this guy. Can you explain this? Kick names take ass in Avengers Infinity War.
Kick names take ass.
Ugh, the most asked question. Just look at how many times people ask this. Here's the explanation. In English, we have a saying that goes, kicking ass and taking names. The kicking ass part means that someone is beating up or just defeating their opponents. And the taking names part means they're like writing down a list of future opponents who they're also going to defeat. So we say that someone is kicking ass and taking names when they are mercilessly and easily defeating their opponents. Mantis, though, she's a little bit goofy, she gets things mixed up, so she says, kick names, take ass. Dan ơi, từ Beaver trong phim How I Met Your Mother, nó có nghĩa là gì mà khiến Ted và Barney cười ác thế?
Hey Jessica, how's your beaver?
Good. Mình chỉ biết nó có nghĩa là highly. Well, you're right, beaver does mean highly, but it's also got a slang meaning, which is the vagina. Dog Day Afternoon. Attica nghĩa là gì mà mọi người rồ lên với cả cảnh sát có vẻ sợ? What a great question. I'm sure that most of you have not seen Dog Day Afternoon, but this is a classic moment in American film history.
He wants to kill me so bad he can taste it.
I'm always gonna kill you.
Attica! Attica!
What are you-
Attica! 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 Attica!
He's referring to the Attica prison riot, which happened in New York State in 1971. During the riot, the prisoners took over the prison and took many of the prison staff hostage. The governor of New York at the time, Nelson Rockefeller, decided to retake the prison by force, and in doing that, many of the prisoners and prison staff were killed. After this, there was a lot of anger about the excessive use of force by the police. So in this scene, when he says Attica, Attica, he's saying that the police there are going to kill him and everyone else just like they did at Attica. How do you like them apples, chum? Good Will Hunting.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
How do you like them apples is a fairly common idiom that we use to gloat over someone when they doubted our chances of winning. For example, if you're playing cards with a friend and he's sure that he's going to win, but then you win, you might say, how do you like them apples? Now, I know the grammar in that sentence is actually wrong. It should be, how do you like those apples? And why apples? I don't know, it's just an idiom. Take her to see, Mr. Murdoch. Let's stretch her legs.
Take her to see Mr. Murdoch. Let's stretch her legs.
Her là chỉ một phụ nữ, nhưng con tàu phải dùng it. Well, you're right, but for some reason it's customary to call ships she. You can actually see that in a few other places in Titanic as well.
She's made of iron, sir. I assure you, she can.
As for the stretch her legs part, you're right, ships don't have legs, but we often talk about people stretching their legs, so the captain is just anthropomorphizing the ship. Hi Dan, I watched the movie Titanic many times. In the scene after enjoying a party, Jack gave Rose secretly a small piece of paper which said, "Make it count, meet me at the clock." I don't understand what make it count means. Make it count means to make something matter, to make it significant, and to make it have value. So what Jack is saying is make your life count. Like, don't live passively and let other people choose your life for you. Live your life actively and choose the life that you want to have. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. What is the meaning of the line,
"Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder"?
Well, stuck up means arrogant, half-witted means stupid, scruffy-looking means not very well groomed, and nerf herder is something that I guess exists in the Star Wars universe but has never been explained. I don't know, maybe in 2025 we'll get Nerf Herder, a Star Wars story. Avengers: Civil War. Iron Man có gọi Spider-Man là Underoos.
All right, I've run out of patience. Underoos!
Yeah, this is one where I think the subtitles just can't get it. Underoos is a line of underwear for kids, and they usually have a superhero theme to them. So Tony is saying that young little Peter Parker wearing his superhero outfit looks like a kid wearing underoos. Trong Deadpool, đoạn Deadpool bắt đầu tìm Francis, Han có nói,
"This shit's gonna have nuts in it."
Yeah, this is kind of a weird line. When we talk about chocolate or ice cream, if it's got nuts in it, then it's like extra special. So I guess that's what he's saying about him finding and killing Francis, like, it's got nuts in it, it's gonna be extra special. Why Deadpool shout Canada after his hand broke?
Canada!
Well, right before he said Canada, he said,
Oh! 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 Canada!
So it's, oh, Canada! And Oh Canada is the name of the Canadian national anthem. Kind of a weird gag, I don't really know why it's there. It could be a reference to the fact that that scene was actually shot in Vancouver, Canada. In the middle of the movie Deadpool, when Deadpool stabbed Ajax on the bridge with a katana and was about to punch him, Deadpool said,
"I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Ah yeah, Limp Bizkit. They were a rap rock band in the late 90s, very popular at the time, but 20 years later, most people see their music as being really bad. So Deadpool is saying Limp Bizkit ruined music in the late 90s, and now he's gonna ruin Ajax. Why Deadpool said, "Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie," instead of Cable?
Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie.
Well, One-Eyed Willie is the dead pirate character from the 80s movie The Goonies. One-Eyed Willie has one eye, and Cable has one eye. Also, the actor who plays Cable, Josh Brolin, had his first film appearance in The Goonies. What does ripped off mean? I saw it from La La Land, right at the first part of the movie.
It's not my fault. I got shanghaied.
Get shanghaied. You got ripped off.
Rip off can have two different meanings. The first one is to copy an idea from someone else. For example, you might say the plot of The Secret Life of Pets was ripped off from Toy Story. The other meaning of rip off is to cheat or scam someone. So in this scene, Sebastian's sister is saying that he was cheated. Boris from Men in Black 3. Why he said, "Let's agree to disagree."
Can't win, Boris.
Let's agree to disagree.
Very good question. Let's agree to disagree is a really common expression in English, and people say it when they want to end an argument over opinions. So you can imagine person A expresses his opinion and person B expresses his opinion, and they go back and forth arguing, but then they realize they can't convince one another. So one of them says, "Let's agree to disagree," which means, let's not argue about this anymore. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion, and we can still be friends. Black Panther 158.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, because they knew death was better than bondage.
He's talking about his African ancestors who jumped off slave ships that were bringing them to the Americas. And if this is such a slam dunk, trong phim Breaking Bad fun nam.
If this is such a slam dunk, then why didn't you pitch it to Frank?
A slam dunk is a kind of shot in basketball. Here are a few examples.
Oladipo! James throws it. Is it up the rim? Going up top. Oh,
so it's a really badass shot and the crowd loves it. We call something a slam dunk when we are sure that it's going to be a really big success. He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
Em tưởng father và daddy đều mang nghĩa là cha chứ ạ. You're right, they do both mean cha, but there's a difference in how they're used. Father is the technical, formal term, whereas daddy is an affectionate, informal term. So Yandu is saying that Ego was Quill's biological father, but he wasn't Quill's daddy in the sense of the man who cared for him and raised him. Yandu was Quill's daddy. Sing, she said, she's not even that good.
Ugh. Seriously, she's not even that good.
Does it mean she's not good enough, or she is not good like that? I'm glad someone asked this question because this is a structure I find Vietnamese people usually don't understand. Native speakers will often say, not that adjective, and it means like, không tinh tờ đến nỗi thế, hoặc đến như vậy. For example, my students will often say to me, teacher, the air conditioning is so cold. And then I'll say to them, oh, it's not that cold. Do you get it? It's like, không lạnh đến nỗi thế. Game of Thrones, blah blah blah. Dan có thể giải thích dùm mình ginger ở đây nghĩa là gì?
Gingers I hate. Gingers are beautiful.
Well, I'm sure you guys know that ginger usually means this spicy root. But when we call a person a ginger, it just means someone with red hair. I don't know why we use that term, we just do. So, for example, Ed Sheeran is a ginger. An eye for an eye, trong bộ phim Now You See Me Too.
Because one thing I believe in is an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye is a legal principle of retaliation. I looked it up on Wikipedia and the Vietnamese was Mac Dane Mac. I don't know if that's accurate, but Wikipedia said it. Incredibles 2 trailer, why Violet said elephant in the room.
So, are we going to talk about it?
Why?
The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Another very good question. Elephant in the room is a really common idiom that we use to say that there is some big problem or source of discomfort that everyone is avoiding talking about. So you can imagine if there's an elephant in the room, it's pretty hard not to notice it, but everyone is trying not to talk about it. So in this scene, Violet is saying that no one wants to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Mom's new job. The town. Doug nói với Fergie.
You guys run numbers and pump dope.
Well, run numbers means they operate some kind of illegal betting racket. And the pump dope part, dope is a slang term for drugs. And I'm guessing in this situation, pump dope means they sell drugs. Although it could also mean they use drugs. I really don't understand this joke in Phineas and Ferb. So, how about that airline food?
So, how about that airline food?
Yeah, this one is kind of hard to explain. In American culture, the sentences, how about that airline food? Or, what's the deal with airline food? Are famous as cliches of stand-up comedy. So it's just kind of a joke in American culture that the lamest, most untalented comedians are going to come on stage and say, how about that airline food? And that's what gives this scene its humor. Ferg comes up and tells the lamest possible, well, it's not really even a joke. He says the lamest possible thing, and the whole crowd goes crazy. Mình không hiểu câu nói. He thrusts his fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghost. Của Pennywise, cho lắm.
His fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghost.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either. Video's over. Oh, you know what? There is actually one more thing. This video was sponsored by GSE BEO, one of the leading study abroad consulting companies in Vietnam. In a couple of weeks, GSE BEO is going to be holding 2 study abroad expos, one in Hanoi and one in Saigon. Each expo is going to have representatives from over 90 colleges and universities in the UK, Australia, the USA, Canada, and New Zealand. You'll have a chance to sit and talk with those representatives and receive consultation in all aspects of studying abroad, including some strategies for finding and applying for scholarships. The Hanoi Expo will be taking place on Saturday, July 14th at the Daewoo Hotel, and in Saigon on Sunday, July 15th at Sofitel Saigon Plaza. If you're interested, you can check out GSE BEO's website for more information and also register to attend. There's a link down in the description. The expos are going to have some cool promotional gifts, and something else kind of cool is that I'll be attending both of them. That's right, even the one in Saigon. You guys should keep in mind that I'm not an expert in studying abroad. Like, if you want to know which country you should choose to study in, I won't have much of an answer for you because I only have experience studying in the US. I can, however, share some of that experience with you, or answer questions about English, or if you just want to take a photo with me, that's okay too. Although, please don't come to the event unless you're actually interested in studying abroad. And that's it. Go register, and I hope to see you there.